If you're hearing this, we are already gone. Those were the final words recorded from Flight 782 before it vanished from radar over the Bermuda Triangle. No explosion, no distress call, just silence. And then, nothing. Captain Daniel Reyes had flown for 18 years. Ex-military, calm under pressure. The kind of pilot who didn't believe in ghosts, myths, or ocean curses. But when he was assigned a special cargo flight from Miami to San Juan, something felt off. The route was unusual. It cut directly through the Bermuda Triangle, an infamous stretch of the Atlantic Ocean between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, where ships and planes had been disappearing for decades. Just another ocean, Daniel told himself. But his co-pilot, Jenna Blake, wasn't convinced. "You ever notice," she said while reviewing the flight plan, "how every modern disappearance still has no explanation?" Daniel smirked. "And you believe the ocean has secrets?" Jenna didn't smile back. "I believe patterns don't lie."
The flight started normally. Clear skies, calm air, smooth navigation. At 10:42 p.m., they entered the Bermuda Triangle. That's when everything changed. The compass flickered, then spun wildly. "Navigation glitch?" Jenna asked. "Probably interference," Daniel replied, but his voice tightened. Outside the cockpit window, the ocean below looked wrong. Too still, like glass. No waves, no wind patterns. And then, all radio frequencies went silent. No air traffic control, no emergency channels, no GPS. They were flying blind. Practice saying this Spanish. El vuelo empezó normalmente. Cielos despejados. Aire tranquilo. Navegación suave. A las 10:42 p.m. entraron en el Triángulo de las Bermudas. Eso fue cuando todo cambió. At 10:58 p.m., the clouds appeared. But not normal clouds. They were circular, forming a spiral above the ocean, like a massive rotating eye. "Tell me you see that," Jenna whispered. "I see it," Daniel said, gripping the controls tighter. Lightning flashed inside the cloud spiral, but there was no thunder. Then, the plane shook violently. The instruments flickered again. Altitude readings dropped, then rose, then reset entirely. "We're losing control!" Jenna shouted. And then, a voice came through the radio. But it wasn't air traffic control. It was static, followed by a whisper. "Turn back while you still can." Daniel froze. "Did you hear that?" Jenna nodded slowly. That wasn't human. The cockpit speakers crackled again. This time, a new voice. "You are not the first, and you will not be the last." The plane tilted sharply. Outside, the ocean began glowing faintly beneath them, blue-green light pulsing like a heartbeat. "We're not flying over weather anymore," Jenna said. "We're flying over something alive." Daniel tried to ascend,
but the controls didn't respond. It was as if the plane was being guided somewhere else. At 11:12 p.m., radar from Miami briefly picked up Flight 782. Then it recorded something impossible. The plane stopped moving. Mid-air. Frozen coordinates over the ocean. Then it dropped. Not crashed. Dropped. Straight down into the glowing sea. Inside the aircraft, alarms screamed. But suddenly, silence. No turbulence, no impact, just calm. Daniel looked outside. The ocean was gone. In its place, a vast underground sky, a hollow world beneath the sea. Floating structures hovered in the distance, geometric shapes, like cities made of light and metal. Where are we? Jenna whispered. Daniel had no answer. Then the radio crackled again. "This zone is a boundary," the voice said, "between what you know and what you were never meant to find. The truth begins to unfold." A massive structure rose beneath them. Not natural. Not human. A rotating vortex of energy surrounded it. Jenna scanned the instruments. This isn't physics. This is something else. Suddenly, holographic images appeared outside the cockpit window. Ships. Planes. Submarines. All the missing vessels of the Bermuda Triangle. Frozen in time. Preserved. Not destroyed. Captured. Hook 4. "We don't sink ships," the voice said. "We store them." Daniel's breath tightened. "Who are you?" A pause. Then, "We are the keepers of the threshold." Chapter 8. The Choice. The voice continued. "Your world touches ours by accident. Some are taken, some are returned. Few are chosen." Jenna turned to Daniel. "We need to leave, now." But the aircraft was no longer an aircraft. It was part of the structure beneath them. Integrated. Alive. The voice offered one final message. "You may return, but only one memory will remain." Daniel understood instantly. If they left, everything they saw would be erased. No proof, no evidence, no story. Just another disappearance. The decision. Jenna looked at Daniel. People deserve to know. Daniel hesitated. Outside, the glowing vortex intensified. Time itself felt unstable. Finally, he spoke. "If we stay, we become part of it. If we leave, we become a myth." A long silence. Then Jenna said, "Maybe myths are the only way truth survives. Daniel nodded. He pulled the emergency override.
A blinding flash. The cockpit shook violently. And then, ocean. Sky. Normal flight. Radio static returned. Air traffic control flooded the channel. Flight 782, do you read? You disappeared for 17 minutes. Daniel looked at Jenna. She looked back. They both remembered everything. But as promised, only fragments remained in their systems. No recordings, no data logs, just memory. A blinding flash. The cockpit shook violently. And then, ocean. Sky. Normal flight. Radio static returned. Air traffic control flooded the channel. Flight 782, do you read? You disappeared for 17 minutes. Daniel looked at Jenna. She looked back. They both remembered everything. But as promised, only fragments remained in their systems. No recordings, no data logs, just memory.